That's Shenzo. Who's actually killing people? Talking.
Two kinds of people.
Pocketing.
Hello, everybody. We're going to be playing some Marathon tonight. I don't really have like an intro thing that I'm known for, so we're just going to go for it. We're going to do new caloric. I got to get harvest logs from second floor terminal of algae ponds and then hack the data repositories along the catwalk in AI uplink. I actually did that in... We always do Phil, because Phil is more fun. I actually did this in the beta. We're going to be doing this now again. Going to be doing it a second time. If the game is a little bit too loud, let me know. I'm actually going to turn it down a little bit. Not too much though. You gotta still be able to hear the game.
You need you need to do those like about to stream cards thingies.
I need to make some streaming cards.
Well, because
yes.
there's nobody like is on immediately like when they see you when they see the notification.
Yeah, they see the notification. They'll be on like 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
No, I
so,
totally.
Like, everything you said, no one probably heard.
All right. Yeah, but don't worry. Because don't you worry. Tonight, I'll make streamer cards for everything, and I will also make notifications. Okay, and like a little counter for all of our subscriber people, so you all get credit for being my fan. But
oh, you can do that?
I can. All right. I'm not sure what the. So let me take a look here. Hold on. What is the speech thing? What is the speech thing? I don't know. Run to devices. Push to talk is T? What is V? What is V? Okay. What's up, gentlemen? How's this? I'm not sure this one. Alright, well, I don't know how to communicate with these guys, but I'll figure that out later, because apparently these commands don't work. These guys seem like they know their stuff.
This might be interesting.
Dude's backpack is huge.
Got something.
Hey, God is good. We spawned next to the walkway that we needed. That's because big man upstairs loves us. Oh yeah. We got a tag. You see that? Don't worry, they have no idea that I'm finishing my quest right in front of them. Need to reload.
Threats here.
Excellent little brawl there, boys. Excellent brawl. Look at how juicy that was. Before we loot those guys, we're gonna go over and complete our little quest objective. Let those two get the pick of the litter. I guess technically I do have worst care, so maybe I should be.
Camo filter engaged.
Hey, yo, we got a blue shield. I'm gonna pop that on. Very nice. I like these guys. They're very communicative. They're really chatting it up. Like a couple of Cathys. These guys are so polite. I love them. Protect these guys at all costs. They're so nice and kind. Wow. Do you guys hear this, like, how gentle they are with each other? Are these guys lovers? Are these guys lovers? They're so gentile with each other, dude. It's amazing. I feel like I'm watching just, like, some sort of blessed spousal interaction. This is so nice. They have to be in love. At least. Right? They did. The we came along. Oh my god, this guy has an insanely cool looking pistol. Look at that. It's all like orange and white and such. Can't say no to that. We do not take breaks.
Window will remain stable for 20 minutes.
Level 70? Oh my god. Alright. Holy shit, level 70. These gentlemen, they're so kind. They're so nice. Sorry, I'm just really, I'm bewildered at these gentle souls. We should probably... I don't know what they're doing either. We don't know. Huh. Sorry, just eating some tea. Listen. I have... This is a really quiet match, but I don't think that makes too much of a difference. Oh, now they're really talking. I have seen otters now. Listen, I've seen otters. I have an otter on my cup. Oh, hold on. We gotta deal with these guys. Alright, we gotta get this quick. Don't shoot me in the back, please. We need to get the scan done. We got the scan. Anyways, I was talking about otters. Listen, otters, I don't know if they're evil or not. I don't know. Everything that I love is apparently evil. Like, dolphins are apparently evil. Otters are apparently evil. Come on, let's kill this guy. Can you stop backpedaling, motherfucker? There we go. Yeah, no, apparently everything that I love is evil, and everything that has, like, remote intelligence is just a menace. Let's see if we can... Alright, we gotta heal. let the two big old camo boys kind of handle it here for a sec.
Tossing flashbang.
And now back them up.
Destroyer systems go.
Oh my god, he's chasing him down. Damn. I mean, yeah, I'd be mad too. They lost a mountain of shit. There's a lot of loot.
They're engaged. Grab this.
15 minutes remaining.
Holy smokes. That's a lot of fucking loot, boys. What is this? A bubble shield? That seems good. Just an insane amount of heavy ammo we'll also take. I'm being incredibly boring, but I'll recover, I promise. I was not prepared for randoms to be this chatty and comfortable, but this is also a huge run for us. So I regret nothing. You're gonna have to deal with me being a little boring. Eh. Okay, I'm actually a big fan of this repeater. I'm not gonna lie, fellas. It's a good repeater. I'm a fan. Hey, yo, this guy was loaded. Ooh. Alright, they're extracting
If we separate,
the meds. Nope, we're extracting the meds. Let's go. Catch up. Whoopsie.
stealth engaged.
We're almost out. Look at this fucking loot. We got a blue backpack. We got 6 shields. Look at the meds. The ammo. Holy shit, what a loot. What a absolute Goopy run, fellas. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So we clearly cannot run in groups. I liked them. I'm glad they were talking. I don't know what's wrong with my mic. I'm too lazy to fix it right now. So we're just gonna chill. But anyways, I was talking about. So it turns out that everything that I love is evil. This has been a revelation. Like, let me look up what specifically is wrong with otters. But apparently otters are evil. Why are otters bad? Let's just look it up. Otters are wild apex predators with behaviors that can be destructive to ecosystems. All right, I don't care about that. I don't care about pet attacks because they're a wild animal. They engage in violent mating behaviors. I think that was what it was. It's always a violent mating behavior with animals, I feel like. I've never heard of an animal just being like a peaceful dude that doesn't really have any beef with anyone. No, it's always just some violent psychopath of a creature. Just an evil menace of a beast every time. I don't know what's with it, but that's also just what animals do. So you can't really like hold them. You can't really like be mad at them for it. I don't think. You just gotta kind of be like, yeah, that's what animals do. All right, we gotta organize our stash really quick because we have way too much goodie stuff. Okay, hold on. So we're gonna swap this out. We're gonna remove our little grip. We do not need the rest of this gun. I don't know what's going on with that. Is this also full green? No, it's full blue almost. Full blue almost. Full blue almost. This is partially blue, partially green. This only has one blue part. I'm just gonna sell that as well. We got to start thinning out our shittier guns because of how big we are now, and that's great. But I went to the San Diego Zoo is where I was leading with this, and let me tell you, I walked through the zoo and you see all these wonderful animals. There's a lot of wonderful, fantastic animals. I love to see them. But in particular, you know who fucking won me over? They had, at the San Diego Zoo, dwarf mongooses? Mongusai? I gotta Google it. Mongoose, mongusai. Either way, they had these dwarf mongoose. They were fucking adorable. They were so cute. And they were just like hyperactive little bastards. But I'm leading somewhere with this. So not only were they hyperactive little bastards, but meerkats are hyperactive little bastards. And I don't have a picture. Like I'll have to like post a picture in my Discord, which is linked on both my YouTube and my Twitch. But so apparently the meerkats had like crafted or like commandeered this like scouting tower. And so they had like elected this man as a scout, and it was sick. So there's just like meerkat scout just really holding down the fort, and he was posted up. And apparently meerkats just do that. Meerkats just have like a little army that they use to kind of chill and keep everything well protected. I got a bunch of glitch mods, but I literally cannot hold them. I've been saving them for my friends, but it is...
You forgot to get them.
Huh? Well, I also forgot it returns into my inventory. I can't lend.
Yeah. Oh, you just saw them then.
I see I'm live on both Twitch and YouTube. I am. I'm gonna try to cast things into more variations. Nick has scolded me just now.
See,
Valid scolding.
It takes a while.
Valid scolding. I need to start doing like title cards, and I need to kind of give everybody a minute before I start the stream, so I don't just jump into the stream. So I've been scolded for things today. Have no doubt about it. I just played with two very, very kind, possibly homosexual gentlemen. They really seem to enjoy each other's company. If they're not gay, they should be. That wasn't brotherhood. That was love that I was witnessing, and I was all here for it. Yeah, like they were. I don't know. They had like. Am I wrong? There was tension. There was tension. I feel like.
Tension.
There was tension. I was.
Our chemistry. Both.
Kind of both. I think probably both. All right, we gotta cherry pick which of these SMGs. Hello, baby Clover. Which of these SMGs we're gonna use? So let's kit out this one. Let's take whatever's the purple mod off this one we don't need. The blue off this one we can take off. Remove that. Remove this green thing. We'll put this blue scope on this. We're condensing. We're condensing our loot. We're making it condensed. You're watching on your TV for a minute? Well, thank you. I don't even own a TV. It's cool that you own a TV. I feel like I want to own a TV. I don't know. I really don't have the space, but if I did, I would own a TV, like, immediately. We have a lot of loot. Alright, so we're gonna just take this in. We might as well just use this. Because it's just sitting here. We gotta definitely swap out our backpack or something. Take an energy pistol? Sure, why not? I don't mind. What do I do when I'm not streaming? I actually don't watch a lot of shows. I pretty much just play video games and work. I do watch stuff on my PC because I have multiple monitors, so I do that. That's true. That is true. Alright.
When you don't stream, you play games.
When I don't stream, I'm still playing games. Yeah, like I play games just 24/7. I play games so much. You can't do that? No, you know what? I miss watching shit on a television. I'm backing you up on this one, Murte. You don't have speakers? I just have a headset that's wireless that I walk around with. I have a cat that's screeching in my ear. She's starving, and she's beautiful. I'm going to pet her for just a second. Anyone who's viewing my stream, don't leave. We're just petting cats. I would love to show them to you, but my webcam has a very short thing. But I'll fix that. We're going to work on that too. We're going to go further. We're going to go... I have a long way to go, but you know what? The fact that I've streamed more than 3 times this year is already a pretty big step. So speaking of which, just for fun and to kind of like see what's going on, I was watching the stories of some of these here. Okay, so now we're gonna modify this stuff. We're gonna put this scope on our other LMG. Our cat's gonna bite our fingers apparently. Oh, I called her out and now she's bailing. She's like, nope. Not dealing with that kind of hatred. You throwing flack at me? Alright. But yeah, we got a long way to go. But I was watching streamer interviews with some of these like bigger streamers and how they started out. And let me tell you something. Some of them, a couple of them, they said that like they streamed a couple times and they got like 10, 15, 20, 25 people. Must be nice. Let me tell you, it must be nice. I'm sure these people are also very good at what they do, though.
Do they like post and stuff? Like on YouTube?
No, they started according to them in the interview, if they are to be believed, they just not enough space. How much?
There's no way that it's not
space
coming
does
from
this
any
take
like
up?
social media.
Huh? No, and that's kind of what I was actually wondering. Is they said that they just started and it just happened, but like that can't be the case. I'm sorry, I don't buy that. You're glad I'm live. A lot happened today. Tell me about your day. Holy shit, that is a lead-in, my guy. I gotta be able to show. I need to like find a thing to show my Twitch chat on the side of YouTube, but we'll work on that. That'll be another thing here. Let me make a list. You know what? Right now,
You need to make a list.
I have stuff.
You need to make a list and just start chipping it down.
Yeah, and I'm gonna start chipping down on this list. We're not gonna fail Murte. Murte's had too many people fail him. I will not be on that list. All right, we gotta make cards. We gotta get chat on YouTube. Shorts.
Title cards.
I already did cards. So we have, oh, that's right. Achievement things. And notifications. So achievement, notes. We got that. You don't remember the app, but you can have both. I would like both. I'll figure it. I'll figure that.
Extension or.
Yeah, it's probably just an OBS extension. I'll figure that business out. Don't worry. Tell me about your day though. That's much more interesting to me. I care about you. I do though. I said that in a silly voice, but I was not joking. Not enough. Oh, okay, because we can't take the stuff out of the backpack and we lose all that. So now we can move it. Okay. I understand our mistake. It has been rectified. We're going to keep that scope. We're going to keep the grips because we need the scopes. We need the grips. We have a lot of necessary shit. I want the claymores. This is tricky. This is the tricky part of Marathon. It's just this massive amount of inventory management. We have a Sekaguchi kit. I'll dismantle that. We do not need a Sekaguchi kit. I'm hoping that Muerte is typing to tell me about his day. I'm like his dad, and Muerte's coming home from school, and I'm like, how did it go, son? How was your day? How did it go? Oh my god, we have so many. We don't have a ton of. What is this? Torch bug. Oh, we want to keep that. We want to keep that. Yes, we do. Oh my god, Nick is dealing with some stuff.
I hate junglers who make the worst fucking calls.
She hates junglers that make bad calls.
Because they cost us so much.
They do. No, so for anyone who doesn't play League, let me explain really quick and briskly. Yes, I'm talking about League. My girlfriend's playing right next to me. And also, I play a lot of League myself. So if you play League, listen up. And if you don't, just bear with me. So in League, there's a position called jungler. They kind of roam around. They sort of interact with a lot of the map. That's their job, is to interact with the map. Restream.io. Was that what balances out my chat so that everybody can see it? That seems like it would be. It seems like it would be. Okay, so we'll update that. We'll work on that. But yeah, so junglers, their whole situation is that, is there something that's 4 that I can delete? Sorry. Junglers, their whole situation is that their job is to roam around the map and help people and take objectives, right? They have less to worry. So a big thing in League is you have to manage this wave. They don't have to do that. So they have a lighter burden in that sense. So the only thing that they have to focus on and worry about and do is helping other people and taking those objectives. And when you help other people, you free them up to help you take the objective. So the first thing you should be doing is assisting someone and getting them a kill so that they become stronger, because that's how League works. And when a jungler is bad, because they can affect the entire map, so most people only affect their lane, junglers affect the entire map. And when a jungler fails you, it is a huge problem, because that means that the entire map is now at the mercy of the enemy jungler, and they did nothing to help you. It's really bad. That's why she's cursing. It's just that's what it really comes down to.
Well, usually when they fail, a lot of people die with them.
Yeah, when they fail, everybody fails. Is essentially what's going on.
Yeah, even if you're not involved,
we're just gonna take that in.
You would take some sort of damage from it.
All right, we don't have the space to store this. Is this good? We want to keep these blue mods because mods are relatively expensive. We're gonna get rid of grips. We're gonna sell some grips. I don't like it, but the blue mods are more valuable than the grips. It is what it is. We got to accept our fate. All right. Keep talking about League. You're falling asleep. I hope you sleep well. I hope you have a great rest. I hope you have a great rest. All right, so let's take a look here. What do we need for new caloric? We can turn this in. We're gonna get rewards of some kind. It's more friggin' shields. Okay. Holy shit. The colonies use support AI. Oh wait.
Why does Merchant hate League so much? Has he played it before? And it's like a.
I'm assuming probably not. It's League has a lot of haters. Why
not? Asking like, has he ever played League?
Yeah, have you ever played League, Murte?
There's people who have played League and got hurt by it, you know?
Yeah.
So they hate it.
I mean, I'm scarred.
What about the people who haven't? Like, what makes them?
He doesn't like MOBAs.
Oh, so that's everything? Like, not just League then?
Yeah.
Like,
well, no, because he plays Overwatch, which is a hero shooter, which is kind of like a MOBA, but a shooter. The only one you played is Smite. Smite is not even close to as technical. Smite is like the most casual entry-level MOBA possible. And anyone who denies that, I'm sorry, has not played League at a level. Yeah, well, I mean, everybody liked Smite back in the day because, like I said, it was very exciting. I loved Pokemon Unite. Okay, Pokemon Unite was flipping awesome. It was so fun. I should play it again on stream. Honest to God. I would, because I have like a dock now, so I can actually play Switch games on my stream. I would love to do that. I love Pokemon Unite. I played a ton of Gardevoir, which is my favorite Pokemon. I know that there's a lot of porn of Gardevoir. That does not bother me. I don't care. I'm not one of those, like, don't lewd people or don't lewd things guys. I don't give a shit. You could loot a brick wall for all I care. I don't give a shit. As long as it's, like, relatively capable of consent, you can loot it to the moon. I say relatively because, like, I don't know, like, I've seen some hentai with like a slime, and the slime didn't seem to hate it, so I wouldn't count that. You know what I mean? That's a rabbit hole, though. I'm not gonna go down the slime consent rabbit hole for hentai, but it's there if you want to go down it and maybe have pop some ethical questions. We're getting stared at by this big red guy. Let's move on with this. Hold on.
Artificial intelligence does not eat.
So apparently the AI
It should not fear.
was afraid of starving. And the new caloric AI, whatever they're dealing with. In perimeter, hack data repositories.
I've never heard you cough like that.
I choked on my own spit. You play Zerora? You're a bastard. Venusaur. Venusaur is awesome. Zorora, especially when Pokemon Unite first came out, I remember it was just a rancid, super fast little monstrosity of a guy. Like he was just unstoppable, and that's what it is. I know they nerfed him like pretty quickly after, but for the initial like month that it was out, Zorora was a absolute tyrant in terms of balancing. Like literally, he was 1v9ing teams. Well, yeah, no, Zorora is a great Pokemon design. I love the Pokemon, and now it's probably fine. When it first came out, though, him and Gengar, I think it was, were like super OP, and then they kind of like toned him back. That's not to say that Gardevoir didn't have a turn. A game you need me to look up. What's the game? I'll look her up after this stream. Take a peek. Hack exterior repositories. Download AI maintenance and then exfil. That is, oof. We should finish it. I would like to finish it. That's a hard one to finish. That's a hard one to finish. Hack exterior data repositories in north to south relay. Honestly, let's maybe do some casual stuff to just rank somebody up. I like Sekaguchi. I would like to rank up Sekaguchi because they have really cool, handy upgrades, and I want this to be our next upgrade. These deluxe cores that are big. These are big. I want these. If there's let's see real hostiles nearby. Like these are awesome. Naquan Last Paradise. Okay, don't worry. I will take a look. I promise you. Energy Harvest. What does this do? Tactical Recovery. That's fine. This one is more interesting. Prime Recovery. That's more something I want. Sekaguchi apparently has already got some stuff. They're busy. Let's do Cyber Acme. Let's just keep chewing up Cyber Acme. What do we got? Complete any in-run event. Tell Nicole to click it when her league is done. I probably will. Don't worry. Nicole, he would like you to look at this game after your league game. Seems like a game we would all like. You're probably right. Me and my crew, we like a lot of games. We like a lot of juicy games. All right, what do we got? We're gonna have to clear this out really quick. We're just gonna sell this Biomata thing. It's taking up a bunch of space. We're gonna sell. I don't like selling salvage. We don't need more mechanics kits. That's fine. And we don't need advanced OS debugs, I don't think, right now either. I don't like parting with consumables because I'm always assuming that I'll need them at some point. But I haven't found a need for them yet. But I also haven't done the actual, like, marathon thing yet. Alright, so we're just going to go to, I think, Perimeter and just look for a map event of some kind on solos. We'll just run some solos and just look for a map event. Should be pretty good. It's a zombie survival, but an extraction. I love extraction shooters, so I probably would like it just off of that description alone. If it is an extraction shooter, I do enjoy it. I like extraction shooters because there's a level of tension that I grew accustomed to in Siege, Rainbow Six. I played a lot of Rainbow Six originally, and I got really used to the level of like fear. There are no guns besides like shitty pistols that are in game. That's awesome though. Project Zomboid is really fun. I should do a Project Zomboid stream at some point when I get my shit together a bit more, and you know, it's not as messy as it currently is. All melee zombies does sound really cool though. I would love for there's a fantasy zombie survival game coming out at some point here that Will was really excited for, and he was telling me about, and that sounds really cool because I've never heard of a fantasy zombie game that was like good. Like I've heard of a couple, but yeah, very hype. Legend of California. That's me. That's actually me. I don't know if you know that. That's what they call me on the streets. I walk out of my front door in my PJs and they're like, damn, that's him. It's made by the game that made over. Oh, like the studio? Or like the group? Some of the guys? It's made by Jeff Kaplan? Okay, good. No, because Jeff Kaplan's the man. So that alone is worthy of me checking it out. There's no map event yet, but we're just gonna go loot station for now and wait for a map event to kind of pop up. We want a map event. We want a map event. I wouldn't be shocked. Jeff Kaplan is the reason why Overwatch 1 was as amazing as it was. I just watched a really wonderful interview with him, actually. So if he designed anything, I'm interested. All right, hold on. Let me see what's going on here. No, I love Jeff Kaplan. I was watching an interview with him about Overwatch. I'm talking about other games that I'm playing Marathon. I know. Big no-no or whatever. It's like a bad thing. I think some people don't like it. It's what I'm doing. I was watching Jeff Kaplan 10-hour stream of his game that he's making with 13 people. That sounds good to me. I would love to check that out. But yeah, I was watching an interview where he was talking about like the conditions that they made Overwatch 1 under, and basically he was told that everyone was just gonna get like laid off if he didn't perform, which is so scary. And they were basically just like, yeah, does everybody like? Oh wait, we went literally backwards. Does everybody like having a job? Because they're not going to if you guys don't make like a bajillion dollars. They like, for some reason, they bleeped out the amount of money they wanted, which is really pissing me off actually, because I would love to know how much money was demanded. But it was that like podcast bro, like Lex Luthor or something, whatever the hell his name is. Yeah, he's the one that bleeped it, and I was like, I don't know, I don't think you should bleep that. Kill this guy. He's gonna grenade us if we don't kill him soon. Die, please. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna reload. He said, I have no idea what I'm doing. I downloaded OBS last night. Who said that? Jeff Kaplan? That's kind of goated of him. That's very real of him. So we're really just looking for money at this point, and like a little trinkets while we wait for an event to pop up. Alright, we got a lot of headshots, and that guy is still alive, which I don't like. There, we cleared that out. Now we reload again. We're burning through ammo, but we do have 3 ammo crates. That was like the first thing he said when he went live. That's pretty goated of him. I love Jeff Kaplan though, because I was like an old Overwatch guy. I played Overwatch in its heyday. I love it. I do love Overwatch. Like, I should play it more on stream. I enjoy it immensely. I'm like a big...
Is it good right now?
Yeah, Overwatch is actually in a really wonderful place right now. The Chinese girl they added, Aran, she's super... Oh my god. She's super fun. The balancing actually feels really good right now. I would... That wasn't a robot. That was a person. Okay. I'm like 99% sure. Oh, maybe it was just a robot. And I'm just like out here being super paranoid. I'm paranoid because in solos there's a lot of those invisible dudes rolling around, but it's actually surprisingly easy to see them if you're just like looking. But I think the trick is that you won't see them out of the corner of your eye. They'll kind of snag you. You told me a little bit. Is there like an update from like a month or two ago? Our good pal Muerte here, for anyone who's watching on YouTube, was talking to a girl. I'll let him decide what kind of context he wants to give for that here. She lied about almost everything.
Hey, honey, can't you make this like half your screen showing that and then half the YouTube?
I can't. No, it's for some reason like yeah, it's like
it has to be full screen like that?
the little screen thing is like locked into it. Yeah. Yeah. Or if there is a way, so I'm not gonna say there's not a way, because it turns out I'm actually pretty incompetent for the most part. And I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that it's like a big self roast. It's just true. Lied about her age, living. Oh my gosh, is she like young or something, or is she old? What's up with that? You got catfished, my guy?
Oh no! Wait,
Is she? So wait, is she? Yeah. She just turned 18. So hold on, what's wrong with that? She's legal.
Maybe that's just what now
You,
you want.
you saw her. Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say that's fine. You can date someone who just turned 18. That's perfectly reasonable. You are not an old man. And if I'll put it this way, if 18 is old enough to go to prison, okay, if 18 is old enough to go to prison, it's old enough to date somebody, okay? You've known her for over a year? What does that make a difference?
She lied.
Oh, just that she lied? That is kind of a red flag. But if you were looking to forgive... Alright, we don't have a keycard for Tox Clear, so I don't think that event's gonna happen.
Well, it also.
Let's go clear. Let's go kill this
there's
guy.
this thing, right? Sometimes it's a little creepy if you're too much older than them, and then it's just feels.
I don't think Murchie's that much older, though.
No, I'm just saying, like, some people aren't comfortable with that.
Oh, okay.
It feels weird. Like, I wouldn't be comfortable right now dating an 18-year-old guy. It's a no for me. You know, it just feels really weird.
I'm picking it up. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Like, would you feel comfortable dating an 18-year-old right now?
Yes.
You would?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm not ageist.
Oh, I don't care if it's other people, but when it's on for me.
I'm like 3 to 4 years. No, dude, listen. Okay, listen. I'm sorry. It's, in my opinion, sorry, I heard like a thing. And I'll post this on like my stuff so that everybody can like roast me for it and I can get popular as like the dude that apparently is not ageist or something. I'm not ageist though, so I'm gonna say it. If they're, like I said, if they're old enough to go to prison for life over crimes, they're old enough.
No, that's not the problem.
See, okay, what's the
Being
problem?
agent isn't like that. It's like when people judge a 20-year-old with an 80-year-old.
Well, of course they're gonna do that.
Yeah, they're not thinking he's a criminal. They just think he's creepy.
Oh, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
he's in love and they're not, so they can suck a nut. She's
Well,
10 years younger than you. If that's a problem for you, I get it. But for me
No,
personally, that
and that's
wouldn't
what I'm
wouldn't
saying.
bother
It's
me.
Like, some people aren't comfortable with it. Like, I'm not comfortable with that for myself. I don't care what other people do as long as that is not a child, you know?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do it because I don't feel comfortable. I just feel like they don't know, like, there's a gap that I don't.
There's like a culture gap and stuff. I do
There's
understand
a
that.
generation gap, like, it doesn't feel comfy.
See, I could just, I don't know. I could get around that. That wouldn't really
It feels
bother
like
me.
I am dating a teenager, like, mentally, you know?
Mm.
Mentally, you remember when you're like what, fresh out of high school, you're still a fucking kid.
I wouldn't say I'm a child. I wouldn't say I was a child
Do
when
you not look at teens nowadays thinking they're kind of like kids? It feels like they're children.
They feel young, but I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't pull out the C word. I wouldn't say they feel like children.
They feel like children.
They don't feel like
They
children.
look like if I had a little sibling that is like a preteen, like in middle school or something.
I swear I just heard like wet footsteps.
But then again, I would rather date an older guy.
Yeah, see,
Like, I'm okay with dating a guy that's 20 years older than me. I don't want to date a guy that's 20 years younger than me.
in my case, I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, I could date somebody that's like 19 and not bat an eye if I was 40, you know? Because the way that I see it, 20 years older, I could still do it. No, that doesn't bother me. Is just that, no, if you have two consenting adults, whatever judgments can be passed no longer
I
matter.
think also because I'm close to 30 now, right? And I feel like once you're 30, you can date anyone that's like, if they're older, if they're not, it doesn't feel like they're that much younger.
That's fair.
You know, but if I'm 18 and they're like 30, then I'm like, ew, old man, you know?
Yeah. I kind of...
But if I'm 30 and they're 50 or 60, I'm like, it's fine.
Damn. I kind of see what you mean, but at the same
I agree with
time...
you, Martin. There's a lot of doubt.
Oh, ow. Alright. The robot taking off apparently railed our damage a little bit. Alright, we're gonna want the scope. Because I love collecting scopes. I like having sights on my guns. You can apparently put this on this gun. But yeah, Nicole's on your side, Muerte. I'm not. I'm gonna be honest.
It's preferences.
No, I know that like his preference is his right or whatever, and that's cool. But
You
it's
would
just
have done
it's
differently.
I would do differently, and it wouldn't bother. It wouldn't. The big thing is that it wouldn't bother me to date somebody that young, because in my opinion, right, if the options are date someone young or don't date anyone, I would rather date someone young. And if I was, listen, if I was 20 and Nicole was 40, and she's like smoking hot as she is, and she's in like that MILF game, right? I want a piece of that action, man. You know what I mean? I want in. Bam! Like 19-year-old me smashes 40-year-old Nicole. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make that like, if she like, I'm gonna make those aged hips work. Okay? I'm a gross motherfucker. I'm nasty. I don't give a
Are you gonna pay
damn.
for my fish oil?
I'll pay for whatever supplements you need, girl. Nah, like, I don't care. I'm upset that she
I
lied.
get it.
No,
I
that's
get
okay.
it.
Sorry, yeah. So we really tried to do that. So for anyone in YouTube, Muerte said that he's not really upset about the whole age gap necessarily. He's mostly upset about the lying thing. That is a huge red flag. But, and I'm gonna say but, there is a famous example with me and Nicole. I lied to her on the first day we spoke. I did. I said that I didn't know how to play chess. That's a lie. I went to chess camp for several years as a child.
Chess camp?
I was at chess camp. I was at Isaac's chess camp is what it was called. I loved it. I still love chess. It's very fun. I'll probably like duel some people on stream.
What it is I didn't think it was a big deal. I think the age thing might be a bigger deal.
Yeah, lying about your age is a
in your
red
mind, you're like imagining talking
a red flag.
You know? I don't know. Like, it wasn't a big deal, and I found out like literally maybe 1 to 2 weeks after we started dating. And so, like, you told me that prior to us dating, and I don't know. I felt like it wasn't too big of a deal. But it did shatter a little bit of, like, me trusting you. I was like, oh shit, he lied about that. What else did he lie about? You know?
Not over
Like,
a year. That's a good point. So, honestly, lying for a year is too much. It's a shame. God only knows what else she's lying about, obviously.
Yeah, that's some of the stuff. It's like, just feel like you can't trust them the same. And I did like kind of do that with you too. I'm like, okay, well, let me.
You had to
just
like treat me with
blindly
suspicion for a time.
Like, let me just
That's valid.
blindly trust this guy.
Yeah.
Like, why did I blindly trust him? I didn't blindly, but you know, I was kind of like in a little, what's it called, rose-colored glasses thing.
Yeah, you were. I mean, you were in a phase where you were like in love. You trusted me.
Yeah, and then
I
like,
betrayed that trust almost immediately.
And then immediately when I found out, I was like, wait, I didn't realize this guy over the internet. Oh my god.
And God only knows what I'm capable of lying about. No, that's a good point. That's a good point. Here, let's take this mag off. I honestly don't want to use the hardline. I don't like it. It's one of my least favorite weapons. This goes to the channel rifle. I don't actually want that then. This goes on the Strider and some other stuff. I actually do want that optic for later. What does this go on? Zeus and... This is like a railgun thing. This is also a Strider mod. I'm gonna make a crazy Strider at some point here, and we're just gonna roll in with it. Do I have the ability to store this LMG? Because now it's got like a cool sight. I don't think we have the room either way. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna take in a Scar. We're gonna buy a Scar and take it in. We got a lot of shotguns and a lot of SMGs. This one's fully modded, so it's kind of a waste not to bring it in. So here, we're going to put that there. We're going to purchase Scar from someone. I don't know who sells Scars. This is apparently free. I don't know why it's free. You haven't lied to anyone about anything, so I guess you're in the minority. You are. I hate to say it, you are. Most people... Nicole, you're also in the minority here.
We're too genuine.
Yeah, most people are liars. I'm a liar. I've lied. I lie all the time. to like my coworkers, for example, I lie to them constantly because I don't want them to know anything about me. Like, for example, my coworkers have no idea that I stream. They have no idea where I live. They don't know what kind of pets I have. They don't know anything about me. And every time they ask, I just make up another lie. Because if I'm being totally honest, I don't like that they're trying to figure things out about me. Because the few times that I trusted coworkers, especially when I started working, I ended up actually really getting bitten in the ass by it. Because what would happen, I don't know, anyone who's worked retail kind of knows this already probably, is I would give them details about my life, and then they would use those details to sort of like guess why I do certain behaviors, or like interact with people that they didn't know that I knew and was friends with. And I grew up in a small town, so it's also dangerous for people to know too much about you, because in small towns, everything becomes a weapon against you. Where do I buy a scar? Can I not buy a scar? I don't think I can buy a scar. Like the energy assault rifle. I wanted to. It's not new caloric. Is it Traxxas? They sell a lookout, but not a scar. Who sells the scar? Who is it? No, this is still the lookout. Does no one sell a scar? Arachne. Arachne has to. Somebody has to. Someone... Who owns the scar? I don't know. No one owns a scar. Just do my job and leave me alone. I'm good. See, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm super lazy. when I work at a retail location, I'm sorry, and I genuinely believe this. Hard work is stupid. You're stupid if you do.
Okay, let's rephrase this. He wasn't lazy. He's gonna downgrade himself to like the bottom, okay? He wasn't lazy. He just wanted to do the bare minimum, which is what they pay you. The bare minimum. As in, like, if they ask him to just put 10 boxes on the shelf, he's only gonna put 10 boxes and leave that one box on the floor.
Yes.
And that's okay. I think that's perfectly fair. You're doing the task.
Oh.
You don't like to go above and beyond, and why should you? Because they don't pay you
why
above
should
and
I?
beyond. Yeah. They don't reward people for working hard, so... Yeah. So I wouldn't say you're lazy. You're just doing...
I'm doing what they pay me for, baby.
You for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That makes me feel so valid. You're right.
Lazy.
You're right. You got me on that one. You got me on that one for sure. She's absolutely correct about that. I do the minimum. I do something because they are paying me, but I don't like. There are some people where I worked. Yeah, after when there's 2 people in the whole store. Ah, that's the Dollar General classic. See, I would literally let the store burn. I would literally, like, because the way I see it, it's their fault for not hiring more people. It's not on me.
Me and Marte have a common here. I also did that. I'm just like, I didn't want it to burn. I don't know.
See, I can just...
I did my
I can let it burn. That doesn't bother me. I'm like, this is not my store. This is someone else's store. I have no stake in this. So, screw it. Yeah. Screw it. But anyway, because there were times where I was the only person working in my Dollar General, like the whole Dollar General. I was it. There was no one else in there, and they would be like, "You have to." The only thing that I would do, and they figured this out, and they made me do it the whole time, is the coolers, because when the cooler truck comes, you have to do the cooler truck. And I was like, well, they're not really paying me to do the cooler truck, and I'm like. But at the same time, my boss also put me on the cooler truck day, so it is kind of my job to do the cooler truck, and I'm gonna buy milk and like frozen goods from here too, so I don't want it to sit out and rot, and then I can't buy the stuff, because I also shop at Dollar General because it's the cheapest groceries, and I had no money, right? So I basically kind of like half did it for me in a weird way. But yeah, I am not the kind of overachiever the worker. And the thing is, I worked with people at Walmart. I used to work at like a Walmart what's a warehouse, and there were people who legitimately believed that the people that they worked for, Walmart, right, cared about them. Let that sink in. They thought Walmart cared about them. And I'm sorry, if you believed that in any way, shape, or form, you're dumb. And the people that believe this, that believe that Walmart cared about them, do you know what happened? They got fired. Every time. Without fail. Every time. Because they were like way too loyal. They were way too happy. And Walmart is evil. So they were like, oh, let's just terminate this guy instantly. No corporation cares about you. Exactly. And so for me, I would be working with people that are like, oh, I gotta work so hard, I gotta work harder. And I would be like, hey. What's up?
You can continue. Can I try something on this?
You can absolutely try something, yeah. Alright, my girlfriend is messing with my stream. So if anything goes wrong at all, blame her. Her name is Nicole.
Blame her.
Scream at the heavens. Nicole,
There's
curse
no
you if
blame.
something goes wrong. If anything goes wrong.
See, I just solved your problem. See?
She solved my problem, apparently. I don't know what she did.
You were saying you can't see the YouTube chat. Here's it. It's
There's-
on
well,
your
there-
right, and here's your Twitch.
Well,
down
I want
left.
them to share a chat.
Oh.
And
Well,
I don't-
why shouldn't you see like the YouTube thing too?
That's true. If somebody uses YouTube chat, I should be able to pick it up. Also, did she look it up? She did not look it up yet, but I'm sure she will.
I just finished my game.
Yeah. I have started the thing where
Wait,
I'm...
click on the thing on your thing. Click on
What's happening?
the link on your stream.
Oh, look on my stream? Okay.
I'm
We'll
going
take,
to
we'll take a
look
quick
right
look. I'm
Yeah.
trying to do less looking at things on stream,
now. Interacting.
but this is part of interacting. The
Put-
Legend
Put it right here.
of California. Here. Hold on.
Can Marty see it too?
I'm gonna pull this off. And then we're gonna pull this over here. Wow, okay.
Does it show?
It does, it does. It certainly does. That's actually pretty dope. Oh my god, it's gone. It's back.
It's the new.
I know. I'm really I'm so I build computers, but I'm really bad at them.
You're like, I built this.
See, this looks pretty sick. It looks kind of Red Dead Redemption-y too. Yeah. I love the Wild West. I love Hunt Showdown. I missed out on Red Dead Redemption because it was $70, and at the time I didn't have $70. This looks pretty sweet, though. I think we could definitely have a good time being a couple of peeps in the West, for sure. Can I make a cabin? Oh my god! He just crotch shot that guy with a knife. Or an axe.
Is it?
It looks like
another
it's just like a wild...
extraction
No,
shooter, or what
it's
is
a Wild West extraction shooter, or it's a Wild West... Maybe like a survival? I don't know.
Go to your base and drop down. Oh.
Oh,
wait, is it like
okay, so it's like
Rust?
a survival.
Is it like Rust then? In that case? Sounds like Rust.
It looks more like just a single survival, not like an online survival.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're fighting
Okay,
mobs.
survival game.
Or
I
like
would love
NPCs.
this. I can safely
Okay,
say
I like
I
that.
would like to play this on stream.
I would be
A cowboy
scared.
survival game would be really fun,
We could play it, yeah.
and just rob banks.
Legend of California.
But I'm gonna have to
Wait,
find a cowboy accent to put on the entire time without that.
Ow.
Yeah.
All you have to do is get a cowboy hat.
I run
It's-
this town.
It's like, have you seen those memes of other, like non-Americans putting on a cowboy hat and they're like, and then they talk like a
They talk like an
cowboy?
American.
Yeah, they're like.
Now the zombie game. Yeah, let me see the zombie game. Let me take a peek. Let me take a quick peep at that ass. Okay. Full trailer. Let's
Wait,
do it.
to remind us of like, because Harris and his friends are gonna be on a marathon like
Games,
obsession for a little bit, but once that's done,
Pam Ham!
you
Sorry.
can remind him. Oh, maybe you should link it in the Discord.
Yeah, throw it up in the Discord. I'll even make a new channel because now I have control of the Discord finally. I'll make a new channel that's called
Oh,
Games
yeah.
That I Should Play. This already looks nice. I've been craving a good zombie game for a while. There's some that are out and they're all fine, but the only one that I've really enjoyed lately is I'm very forgiving. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something about me and Will. We love early access. We love betas. We do. We are suckers for betas and testing, and we're very forgiving of them. Oh my god.
Oh my god, he was so happy.
Oh no, he was so excited about his hat. Oh, see, I read it as a zombie now. She was kind of hot though. Bertie, would you keep her alive as a zombie? In case you found a cure, maybe? You know what I'm saying? You know, put down big guy?
Stranger?
Jeez.
That's a lot of work for a stranger.
Jeez. You have a perk system and you wouldn't do it? Oh. You have to level up and unlock new areas? That sounds good
If this
too.
is another PvE,
Yeah, if it's
feel like-
PvE, I would like more PvE games to play with my friends.
us versus them.
Yeah. It looks like this is PvE. Is this... Oh, wait, you said this was a...
Yeah.
Oh, it's an extraction shooter. I love extraction shooters. I would love to play this. This should go on the list of... No! He's got a pot for a hat!
He needed to do the baseball
See,
slide.
these games look great, Muerte. I think you're following my archetype. What are you doing, you silly goose? Sorry, there's a cat rolling on the floor, looking very attractive right now.
Very attractive.
Very attractive cat right now.
Cute and attractive.
Five people or team up. That looks like a winner. If you would mind putting both of those links in the Discord general, I'll move them over to the recommend games I play. Me and Will are very excited for at some point Hytale is going to have its 2.0 like world generation update. And when that happens, I promise you will get a couple streams of Hytale where it's me and him and ripping through some Hytale. Chadugani showed me how to get out. Okay. Okay. He shows you the secret. I will say this. Extraction shooters are where I've met a lot of really cool friends. Not friends in, like, my group necessarily. But, like more casual friends. And I do have quite a few. Like I make friends pretty easily, I found out. That's, like, a thing that I've become aware of recently. Like, I do. I make friends really easily. I didn't know that I made friends easily. It's not knowledge that I was privy to. You want to go to the police station? You want to go loot the police station, you got a key, but you couldn't get to the third floor. Was the third floor, like, locked? What was wrong with the third floor? I need the deets, man. I need the deets about your little escapade. I say something funny? Like, escapade? Escape. Alright, we gotta sell something. What is this? This is a Sniper Optic Deluxe. I don't give a shit about a Deluxe Sniper Optic. I do not care. It does not affect us. The stairs were locked. That is booty cheeks, my man. Alright, let's turn this in. Oh my god, you get so much stuff. This game gives you too much loot. I honestly, there's too much. Defeat hostiles with a weapon and loot arms lockers. How much does this even... This gives us 180 XP. This is a lot of XP, I feel like. So there's something happens when we reach 20. New standard contracts, new faction upgrades are unlocked at various ranks. So you had 2 minutes to leave, so you just ran. That sounds wise. You sound like a wise guy for doing that. So let's keep working on our new caloric quest. Let's keep working. No. Let's do Cyber Acme. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's loot a weapons locker at perimeter. We're doing some perimeter runs. Clear overflow items. We got overflow items. I don't care about a standard sponsored kit. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. And we don't have room for a backpack. Though I would love to have a backpack. What is this? Just like a standard volley rifle? We should sell a weapon. These weapons, we have too many good weapons. They're too juicy. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? What's something we can sell? I like these. I like all of these weapons. What does this, like, debuff mean? Upon exfil, grants additional standard and enhanced salvage. We're holding on to that one. Okay? Why does this one have a blue sight, but is otherwise... You know, to hell with it. We're just gonna get rid of that. That SMG we don't really even want. You have a game Nick would like? Show me. You have like 15 minutes before you start getting poisoned, and you think if it goes to 100, you die. Okay. Solar Punk? I have seen Solar Punk! I think it looks fine, but I'm definitely going to need them to refine it. It does look a little rough around the edges. But you want to know something really funny and interesting about me? That game actually looks more like something I would play. Yes. So I don't know if you know this. I love farming games. I am prolific. I need to flex my Palea mansion. You do? Because it's humongous. I have a massive manor on Palea, and I'm working on making a new one that's better. But TLDR, I love farming games. I like stuff. Weirdly enough, the only one that I haven't really gotten addicted to is Stardew Valley. And it's
No, because Stardew Valley is not cozy. Everyone's gonna say it's fucking cozy. It's not relaxing. You get in there,
War dogs.
your crop's gonna die. Like, you gotta hurry up because the season's gonna pass so fast.
The
If you
timer is insane.
don't get back home crazy, you're gonna faint outside.
Yeah.
Like, it is fucking stressful until you get to the point of everything being automated.
Yeah. But up until that point, like, you're sweating your balls off, and I think that's what it
People
is.
who find it cozy are people who play like 10 times now.
Yeah, and like at this point they're in like a flow state when they play it, and they know how to get the like sprinklers early and stuff. You know what I mean?
It looks cozy.
It looks cozy, but it's not. And so I think it's too anxiety riddled, but also, and this is a big complaint, and if you have a problem with this, hop in my chat and harass me about it, because I'm saying something kind of juicy. I'm playing something kind of juicy here. I'm saying something kind of juicy. Ready? I think that the romance options in Stardew Valley suck ass.
Oh, I don't know that.
Okay.
The girls are great. The men are nasty.
See,
They're not great.
I think that the girls are also lackluster.
The girls.
They're all kind of the same.
What? No, the girls are cute.
The only one that I really like if I have to pick a girl that I do enjoy, it is Maru. I like Maru quite a bit. I did read what you said, by the way, Muerte, about War Dogs. I would love to see War Dogs succeed, but I'm gonna have to see some gameplay. But otherwise, I'm gonna assume it's just another. There was like some Chinese Battlefield game, and it was pretty cool for like a week, but it did fall off. And so until I know what we're really dealing with, I can't fully trust what's about to happen with that. Because there's been a lot of like milsim games that have kind of failed me recently. Looking around for some goodies. Looking around for some goodies. We'll take a depleted patch kit. That's good enough.
I might like Solar Punk if it does not require too much
Effort.
to
Yeah,
build
it's like very
the
casual.
thing. Yeah, I don't like grind farming, as in like not like farming like agricultural, but like, oh, if it takes me like 200 logs to just make a wall, and it takes a really long time to get those 200 logs, I get really impatient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why my Minecraft houses are always like small to medium sizes because I cannot grind that hard, you know? Don't have the
I can agree with that. That's all the games you have? I'm hopeful for both. I mean, you should always be looking and excited at new games, because otherwise you're gonna get... And this is actually something that I think, Burnt Peanut, who I know is like a contentious... He's like a big, oh shit. A big, like, guy right now, right? Something he said, which I agree with, is if you don't give new games a chance and get excited for new games and like new games, you're gonna end up with Call of Duty 65. And I don't know about you guys, I know some people still really like Call of Duty. I have been sick of COD for a while. It's been a long time since I've really given a shit about what's going on in the COD universe. Because in my opinion, like, the Black Ops series was kind of their last peak. And since then, they've really just not struck any notes with me in terms of, like, a compelling storyline. And I love milsim games and stuff, by the way. Like, I was also, like, a MW2 kid. Like, it's nostalgic for me, even. I loved Ghost Recon growing up. Milsims are not the problem, right? Like, I love Tom Clancy games and stuff. But, oh, hold on. Got some booty plug guy over here. He's apparently just gonna play foil us to waste a bunch of our fucking time. Alright, we're not dealing with that. Yeah, but I don't know. COD has just not hit for me in so long that I'm not really sure how to feel about it. You need to like Black Ops 47 with 900 attachments per gun and 75 guns? No, I don't. It's just, I don't know. Like, I played the last couple of CODs, and I remember when Call of Duty was a little bit slower. It was never a slow game. but it was, and I know I'm sounding unk status right now, but there's a point where a game is less about the finesse and the art of it, and more about if you know how to abuse specific movement mechanics. And that actually, Apex also reached that point with me. I really liked Apex. And I was pretty flippin' good at Apex. Not to toot my own horn, but, you know, to toot my own horn. The toot, that's right. Yeah, I was pretty good at Apex. I was pretty friggin' nasty, okay? Like, I was triple wiping
I
teams.
was better.
Nicole was better? Maybe she was. I don't really recall.
I think
Anyway.
like Kate has seen me clutch more because she played with me more back then.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, you were amazing at Apex. So anyways, Nicole was better than me, but that's not the point of this.
I don't get
Oh my
to
God.
boast a lot about games I'm better at than him. I'm only better than him in 2 games. Out of the hundreds of games he's played, I'm only good at 2 of them. It's a League, I'm better at that, and I don't know, maybe Apex. Maybe.
Oh my god. Oh. We launched ourselves.
Every other game, he's just better at, so, you know, I need a boast from him.
Oh, there's a guy. Oh my god. Good timing on your part, Apple Juice. Where even was he? Oh, it was an assassin, I think. Just chilling up top. That's okay. That's okay. When I could actually shoot people and not get TikTok wall jump. Yeah. And the thing is, right? Minecraft Hightail of Valheim. Oh, yeah. Love good Minecraft Hightail of Valheim. I need to get back on the Valheim grind. I promise you that we will.
Okay, Valheim is like secretly cozy.
It is secretly cozy.
Yeah.
It's like hidden cozy.
Yeah, it's so nice. Like the sound of the fire and the way it like illuminates at night.
That's true.
And
Alright,
the
so we're
music.
still looking for arms lockers here.
Oh my god, I'm better at Minecraft. You're right.
The game she's better at than me. I agree. I'm actually I am shockingly bad at.
Wait, how do you know I'm good at Valheim? I don't think I am.
We streamed Valheim.
Did we? Did we
Yeah.
play together?
Yeah, we had like a whole. It was the world where I made that really cool castle.
You know
and
what
it was
I
the
did?
Bee Tree world.
I played with a handicap. I used like the dagger.
That's not a handicap.
Yes, it
Hey,
is.
no, the
I have
dagger is
to-
hard to use.
There's so many
In Valheim,
bosses where
listen,
like you
The
fucking
in
one-shot me.
Valheim, the dagger is hard to use.
It does a lot of damage, but because I have to go up so close, and I have to leap at them like
Yeah. The second time you watch me, whoa, dude, that is a throwback. You've been around
Wait,
a while.
now I can add those games to my list.
That's true. But yeah, so Apex had the same issue, and like you said, like literally they're moving at such a speed. I'm sorry, I was watching a couple of different people that I back in the day I watched play, and you know they all turned out to be cheaters in the end.
Ooh.
All of the people where I was like, they're
That
moving.
you were watching?
Yeah, back in the day, I forget
So
their
they
names.
were posting content?
They were posting content,
Oh
and
my
they were
God.
moving in a way that was just non-human.
Yeah. Well, that's...
Overwatch is giving double XP every weekend for all of March. Alright, so I'm thinking maybe we do Overwatch weekends, just for a little bit. That might be fun. I would like that. It'll let me kind of pump up my streams a little bit.
I mean, and also, don't break your...
And it'll break the monotony of marathon.
You play Marathon. This guy's been playing Marathon for basically 23, 24. Out of the 24 hours, he's playing like
Yeah, if
23.
I'm awake, I am currently playing marathon.
You've been playing so much.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I forgot. I mean, that's for Apex. That's the reason why we stopped playing. Is like there was like a bunch of cheaters and
I'm not. They're my favorite
people
kind of
were
game.
moving so damn.
Because in my opinion, when you play an extraction shooter, people play... before I get into that conversation, Nicole, would you like to finish your comment about...
Oh, I'm just saying, like, Apex was fun, but it was only fun, I want to say, for, like, 2 seasons, and then it went downhill.
Mhm.
That's... But because, you know, the sweats, and then the matchmaking was weird, and it was too mobile, and it was a lot of bullshit. So, and unfortunately, it's not a great game anymore. Alright, you can say your thing now.
Oh. Shit, what was I saying? Oh, extraction shooters. So extraction shooters are my favorite genre of game, ever, right? They're my favorite. They always will be. That's a fact. But and a lot of people are fatigued by them, which I don't necessarily agree with, but I also can't tell other people how to feel, you know? Because no one was fatigued when everyone was pumping out basically like a hero shooter in nearly the same way. They kind of are now, but they weren't at the time, right? It's only in like, it took years and a lot of hero shooters. Like, people are like, there's 3 extraction shooters, that's too many in the thing. Well, like, the thing is, I'm gonna be honest, only like 6 people play Hunt. No one plays Hunt, and anyone who has doesn't right now, right? I don't think it's saturated if everybody's not playing most of them. I think to call it saturated is not reasonable, in my opinion. That is a blue. He's scary. Hold on. I gotta lock in for like 5 seconds here. Yeah, but I don't think it's saturated. Tarkov's been out for 10 years, and then 5 came out within a year. See, the 5 came out within a year, it's a bit much, but I don't think that means that all 5 of them are bad just because 5 of them exist, right? Having more options is not innately a problem. And I think that making it a problem is unwise and will limit what options we have in the future for playing games. There's definitely a person in here. Alright, we broke his shield. He's probably better than me, so I'm worried. He is better than me. Oh my god. Anyway. You have Arc, Marathon. Delta Force does not count. That's not a true extraction shooter. So people count Delta Force and DMZ, which is really strange to me, because they're not extraction shooters in the traditional sense. They don't have like a loot economy. They don't even have a wipe, as far as I know. So I wouldn't say that they're a traditional extraction shooter. They're a very pathetic piecemeal attempt to mimic extraction shooters, but they are not an extraction shooter. In my opinion, the only true extraction shooters you have, Delta Force does now. I don't know if anyone's even playing that, if I'm being honest. But anyway, so we'll count Delta Force, I guess. But in my opinion, the only extraction shooters that anyone actually gives a shit about and is actually playing are Hunt Showdown, Escape from Tarkov, Marathon, and obviously Arc Raiders, right? Other than that, I don't know of another extraction shooter. So there's 4. Now, if we review every single arena shooter, so like, for example, Call of Duty, Battlefield, those sorts of games, there's a lot of arena shooters. Rainbow Six Siege, Arena Breakout Infinite, there's a lot. But nobody seems to think that that's a saturated market. Survival games, nobody seems to think like that we need to stop making survival games. Everybody seems to think that 1 trillion survival games can exist, but 4 extraction shooters is apparently too many. Arena Breakout Infinite is an extraction shooter. I don't know what that is. I thought that was like the Tarkov PvP like arena mode. I've never heard of that. But again, I'm also, like I said, I'm also very wary of like milsimmy games. And I'm assuming that sounds like a milsim game that's basically like a Tarkov emulator. Or like a Tarkov-like. And if I'm being honest, I've always just played Tarkov. Any time that I was tempted by a game that wasn't Tarkov, I would just be like, I'm gonna go play Tarkov. And enjoy my Tarkov time. You know? I've never really been one to be tempted by games other than Tarkov with too much ease. We're gonna bring in a shotgun and a bunch of MIPS rounds, and then we'll bring in a pistol and 200 rounds of this. Bring in 1 of each med. That's a pretty good kit. You know what? We'll treat ourselves. We'll bring 2 of each med, and we'll try to find some. We'll try to find a box. Why don't we try to find some boxes while we're just cruising around? We're bringing a lockbox key to reduce the amount of lockbox keys in our inventory, taking up a bunch of space. And we'll go to perimeter because I don't love fighting in Dire Marsh. I feel like I'm always dying. They only have like 1 game that succeeds each year. I agree, but I don't think that the success rate of the games should dictate how many are allowed to. Is not really oversaturated. But again, in that, like, so you're saying that the problem is that there's 4 successful extraction shooters, but I would argue that that means that extraction shooters are a good game archetype. If they are all successful, then that means that that is what people would like to play, or logistically that's the case. I think that people don't like extraction shooters because sometimes you lose your stuff in extraction shooters. Not saying it's a bad game type. I don't think you said it. I don't think you ever said it was a bad game type. But I think saying that it's oversaturated, you see it so much and it's everywhere. But again, you didn't say that about survival games. You didn't say that about standard shooter games. No, okay, that's better. It's boring to watch is much better. I can agree with that. I think that extraction shooters are pretty boring to watch because you're just kind of going through a checklist. I think the most fun game to watch in the world for me, Battlefield? Is it really? I thought I saw a ton of people playing it. I don't know. I'm not checking. You also can't base it off Steam charts, though. Siege is dead unless Jinxie is there. I mean, Jinxie's not there, I don't think, anymore. Siege is dead. I can agree with the fact that they're boring, though. I absolutely agree. We're not going to go there. I want to go to, like... I kind of want to go to Overflow. I agree that they're boring, though. That is, in my opinion, to watch. Yes, to play, they're very... Because the reason why they're fun to play is because you're experiencing all of the tension that comes along with having this gear and stuff, right? But if you don't have the tension, unless you have someone that's an incredible entertainer like Burnt Peanut, it's boring. No one's gonna watch like this. Like, playing Marathon is not gonna do me any favors. I'm gonna be totally honest. It's a new game, but almost no one is watching it. They don't really care, and the few people that do watch it are just watching someone that's more entertaining than me. And I'm not saying that to roast myself. It is true. I'm an amateur, so at this whole thing, right? And you can't.
I do think, like, as long as you don't do an extraction shooter every single time, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
You still should just play the things that you like to play, because
Yeah.
it will show if you play popular games that you don't like. You know, you're not gonna have that much fun. So it's okay.
Yeah, that's true. And I do love extraction shooters.
Wait, can you look at the boxes on the ground? Yeah, those boxes. Not the lootable ones. The non-lootable boxes that's on the floor. No, on the floor. Oh my god. Go back to those lootable boxes. Pan down. Yeah. What does that say? So
New Caloric Agriculture, RBBT.
I can't, what is it? What
Rabbit. It's rabbit meat.
Rabbit meat.
Yeah.
What's the other one? That one's chicken.
Chicken.
What's the other one? What are those?
Energy.
That's
Energy. Okay. So we got some delicious treats.
Oh my god. I'm venting about energy drinks.
Okay, vent about energy.
Why is everyone making energy drink? Literally everyone. Like, every brand is coming out with their own energy drinks. I don't want caffeine every single time. Like, and these are like not just normal, like... Oh.
That didn't kill it? Are you serious?
Maybe it got blocked by the thingy. But, yeah, I just want a drink to drink. They're coming out with a bunch of energy drinks with delicious flavors. It sounds good. It'll be like strawberry, watermelon, and kiwi or something. And then slapping on an energy drink label. Like, I don't want that. I just want the damn juice. But no, they won't give it to me. I hate them. And that's all.
Okay. This has been Nicole's hot take.
Energy drink should be something that you need because you're so tired. Why are they making it like something I have to drink every single day? They're trying to kill us. They're making all these yummy
I think
flavors.
the problem that I have with energy drinks is that they're trying to become a coffee alternative.
Right?
And I don't agree with that.
I'm so smart.
Coffee alternatives. Strawberry, watermelon, and kiwi sounds amazing. Yeah. Coffee is there shouldn't be a coffee alternative, right? It should just be coffee.
Well, I don't mind the energy drink because I think it's like more like for people who don't like coffee flavors. Then that's fine. Not everybody likes coffee flavors. Not everybody likes tea. I think it's fine, but it's kind of getting oversaturated now. Like I think Arizona tea is making an energy drink, or they already made one, the Fallout one.
Yeah.
Starbucks has an energy drink now, I think. And they all look so delicious. Like the flavors that they put on those, like they look so good. But no, they hate me. They want me to die. They want to put energy, like a bunch of caffeine.
They want to get you palpitating.
They put caffeine or whatever that icky energy drink tastes that is in every, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you drink an energy
Like
drink,
it's like
there's
weird
that
chemical
taste.
like.
And it's not caffeine, because
goop.
if it's caffeine, I would taste it in teas and coffee too.
Yeah.
It's whatever it is in those actual like energy cans. But this, yeah, I want delicious fruity drinks. They make it a little gassy, put a little like gas in there, make it bubbly, whatever, you know. But no, they hate me.
You drink Bucked Up? Hell yeah. Elite Ball.
No, do you hear me? To have my heart explode.
I pushed the limit myself.
No, it's terrible.
Anyway.
Don't do that. Any drinks not good for you? Why is nobody listening?
You're like spitting prophecies here. She's prophesizing. No, the Bucked Up is Elite Ball. You had 1,200 milligrams in a day. I think the most that I've had, I once had like 600, and my heart was beating really, really fast, and I stopped there. I think so. You've doubled my limits of what I'm capable of.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
That's incredible. Like I should also say this. I have a pretty amazing caffeine tolerance. But here's the thing interesting about caffeine that I've experienced. So I have a really good tolerance to specifically caffeine. Like I can drink a lot of coffee. But when I drink energy drinks, something else in the energy drink makes my heart beat super fast. Because I can drink 2 pots of coffee in a day and be fine.
That's what I'm
Which is a lot of caffeine. But if I drink like 3 energy drinks, I am like having like brain melt. I think my game crashed. Yeah, it did. Anyway. we're gonna open it back up, don't worry. You thought it was 160 like Monster? So Monster, as far as I saw, was only 80. Like there's the regular sugar Monster. Like the black and green can, I thought was only 80, and then the sugar-free has 160. But let me double check. And it had like a ton of sugar. How much caffeine is in normal Monster? It's 160 milligrams. Well, I'm dead wrong. Anyway, beside me being dead wrong here. Yeah, I don't know what else like additional shit they put in those. You do know, Ball. I don't know what additional stuff has got going on, but it makes my heart palpitate real bad. And I don't, like I said, it's not a familiar feeling for me. I generally don't have any like heart palpitations or anything wacky going on with my bod. So I'm not a fan. Some people actually don't mind heart palpitations though, like at all. Like when they get like kind of jittery and weird, they like it. They've all also coincidentally been smokers, which is interesting. Every smoker that I've known, they don't mind that. You don't have heart issues? I don't have heart issues either, but I also don't want to have them later. You know what I mean? I don't want to push the limits of how close. You get massive headaches? Yes. That tracks. I also get really bad headaches from losing out on it. And part of that is I want to go to Overflow again. I would like to go to Overflow and just see what's going on. Is that I think that it's I think I'm using the right word here. It makes your like blood vessels dilate, and your head, of course, is full of blood vessels because your brain needs a lot of blood. Yeah, and so it really when it like re-expands, it's painful. All right, let's loot around a little bit. Let's see if we can find some money goods. Offering a discount. I don't really want that. don't know if a person's in here already. Probably not. Maybe someone's on the other side. But we're just gonna look around. We got a data card. But yeah, energy drinks scare me. Your brain is empty? That's not true. I refuse to believe. Oh my god. These bots are gonna outplay the shit out of me. That was scary. Little jump scare for ya. Little jump scare for ya. Reload. But yeah, I do accept that that extraction shooters are boring to watch, and I think that that's always going to be what kind of holds them back. They need to have like big streamer events with really skilled streamers in order to kind of maintain their viewership base. And I think my logic behind these, right, is that they're fun to play. I think they're excellent to play. But I think that in terms of like entertainment value, they're very low. And obviously that's coming from someone who has attempted on several occasions to edit them into something that I would consider watchable. So we're actually just going to camp in here for a bit and see if someone is susceptible to coming in. Who is Anubis? So, okay, so, I don't know if he's still... I don't know if Anubis is still kicking around. But he's very cool. So Anubis...
Why are you saying, like, he's dead? I don't know if he's still alive.
Well, because I lost a subscriber of someone, and I don't know if it was Anubis or not. He's in my Discord? Yeah, so he makes mead. He's like a dude from Washington, I think, or Oregon. And he makes mead. He was watching me play Skyrim. He seems really cool. He's basically like a modern Viking guy.
Yeah, he makes mead and what else he do?
Yeah, modern Viking.
He was doing something.
Was it like woodworking?
That we were like,
Or like forging?
Window will remain stable for 20 minutes.
I don't know. His lifestyle is very like Viking like.
Yeah, he's very Viking-esque. He was a very cool guy.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. We're gonna chill until this guy
I
comes
wanna
in.
say, like, he made his own furniture or something.
Yeah, he made his own furniture, maybe? It was very powerful, very masculine guy. I like him. I hope he's still around. I don't know who I lost. I lost somebody. Rest in peace, whoever it was. You're gonna go to a nice farm. Everyone's gonna be there. Everyone you ever loved, all your pets you lost or something, I don't know. This is getting... Alright, sitting around's getting boring. It's the logical choice, but it's not the entertaining choice.
Are you only able to shoot 2 times?
Alright, fuck it. Oh my god, I suck!
You did it!
Oh, how did I win? At dad of 5? I don't know if I wanted to kill that guy. That was messed up.
Wasn't?
Cat dad of 5. He has children at home. That's not right, man. He had no ammo for his gun? What the hell? Oh, I guess it's fine now. Reload this. Yeah, I'm that was not my proudest moment. But either way, we killed that guy. So he's dead.
I never have any regrets killing my enemy.
She's merciless. She's a cold-blooded killer.
That's right. The only time I feel bad is when they're new. Then I feel bad.
Yeah. And I think that that's good. I think you should feel guilty about killing new people. So he came from Overflow, so it might be looted, but we're gonna check it out. We're gonna check it out anyway. Alright, he didn't kill the ticks, though. So he might be an idiot. got rid of that. Oh, it's just like a good grip. That's why it's performing so well. Precision elimination, spawn a Fletchet. We're not going to get a precision elimination. Who are we kidding? I would love if the boss was here. I'm kind of just looking for a map event to do. Fuck them kids. As long as it's not on an island, I agree with that statement. Hee. Twitch is going to ban me for that one. Anyway, they're going to be like, hey, we stand with Epstein at Twitch. I don't think they do. Twitch, don't... I'm not slandering you. I'm sorry. Don't shut me down. You're cool. You're like the coolest.
Censor your mouth.
I do need to learn to censor myself. See, I'm getting spousal abuse on Twitch.
No, we need to condition you. Every time you like say something that might get you canceled, you turn around and say,
can you even one-shot anything with this shotgun? Apparently. Alright, so apparently you just need to put it right up their butt. And that apparently works for this shotty. Good to know. But yeah, it's and I think that part of the battle royales, I think, were insanely popular. Like, everyone pretends that they didn't like battle royales for some reason now. Everyone's like, oh, I was not part of that. I was not part of that whole battle royale phase. I hate to say it, everybody was. Okay, if you say you weren't, you're lying. Everybody was part of battle royales. And part of the reason why is they are very entertaining. Can we agree on that? Like, battle royales were wildly entertaining to watch, and that pulled them through. I mean, that's what... Sorry, I thought I heard footsteps. Apparently not. And that's part of why their longevity was as long as it was, and why so many legendary people were made from the battle royale scene, right? Like, is it had everything to do with them being extremely entertaining. They're like the opposite of extraction shooters, right? Extraction shooters focus on trying to keep it tactical and like focused in a way. You have consequences, whereas I feel like battle royales, their whole focus is to eliminate as many consequences as possible. If that makes sense. They don't want you to suffer for your choices. And I think that's my problem. That's my problem with them. Is that they don't want you to suffer. They want you to sprint in, shoot, and then be done with it. And I don't enjoy games like that because people don't play how they would normally play. Right? There's no reason for me to really win other than a little bit of clout. And I don't have enough of a competitive spirit to care. I think is the TLDR of that one with battle royales. Battle royales are fun, but there comes a critical point, at least for me, where I'm just kind of like, why am I doing this? And it's like, just school them, man. School the kids, man. I don't want to. Hire a teacher. Yeah. I don't know. It's fine. Battle royales are fine. That was a saturated market. It did feel like there was a battle royale every other week. So if we're talking saturated markets, that would be one that comes from the top of my head. My balding head would be that that's a saturated market. All right.
I think cozy games are saturated.
Cozy games? Cozy games are getting kind of problematic. I think that there are certain ones that have been
they're
really
very easy to make. A lot of indie gamers, but that's like their
indie devs, yeah.
Like I'm not saying you shouldn't try it if you like it, you want to make it, and that's just how it is, you know. But I think that a lot of indie devs think that that's just maybe I don't really know anything about coding and developing games. Maybe I'm all wrong here, but for some reason there's a lot of new indie developers making
A cozy games. Yeah.
Like, ever since the Animal Crossing pandemic thing, I swear every week there's a new cozy game
Laboratory
that's being
key, yeah.
released. I think that's saturated because cozy games have a lot of farming, a lot of like time put into it when you play. There's only so much cozy games you can actually play.
I don't know why it marked that. Either way, we have a lot of loot. So we can mosey our cheeks on out of here.
Prepare for increased
No, I agree.
hostile
There's a
action.
lot of them. Here, let me hide in here and then read the chat really quick, so I don't get caught off guard. It's too easy to block the bots. You'd run at you in Tarkov and I would get one tap by a shotgun or a rifle because my helmet didn't have enough protection. That's true. If you want a game to be successful, you have to make something new or be a big company. That's true. Is this the boss? Either way, I'm getting out of here. Do not want any part of that. Yeah, I don't know. Games are also weird. I feel like people are like angry at not triple A's, but just games as a whole. And so when a new game comes out, everybody's kind of pissed off about it. Obviously there's going to be exceptions, but just in general, I feel like people are like really negative about games now. And I don't feel like they used to be. I feel like everybody used to be kind of supportive and like, oh, you know, maybe it'll turn around. I think part of it is that we're jaded. I think part of it is that we've been gaming people, gamers. Ugh, gamers is so misused by the media that it hurts to say, but it is the only word that really applies here. Holy shit, that thing's immortal. We've been scalded so often by these like really slimy people. There's too many games and not anything new. And I agree with that. I can agree with that. Hold on, there's a guy here already, somewhere. We're gonna kill him.
You have 10 minutes to exfil.
He's over here. Yeah, I see him up there.
Oh wait.
Yes, sir, I'm locked in. Landed. Anyway. Yeah, innovation in games has definitely definitely gone down a lot. There's not nearly as much innovation as there used to be. Hello, Nicole. Don't be tricked, that's my girlfriend. Anyway. Yeah, no, innovation in games is dead at the moment. I can agree with that. And part of it, of course, part of the problem with any artistic pursuit is, I mean, not to get political. I'm not going to get too political on stream because I'm not a political streamer and I never want to be. But I'm going to say it, right? Nobody has any fucking money right now. No one has any money.
Only the big corporations.
Only the big corporations have money because it's literally just the entire economy is built to sustain these giant leech bastard corporations.
And these corporations don't know what the people want.
They don't care what the people want. They suck. Their entire plan is to suck every ounce of profitability out of everybody. Everything else be damned, right? And so if you want good games again, and you want everybody to win again, we need to get rid of these corporations. And the problem is when I say that, everybody says, oh, that means we should just stop supporting games made by corporations. And I would agree with that, right? Except that sometimes corporations do have a team of dedicated, decent, good people that they do good. They do good. They do good work, and they deserve the commendation that they receive. And so you can't punish them for simply using the money of a corporation when in the end there's no other way to really make a game anymore without corporate money right now, because like I said, the economy doesn't sustain people making a game right now. You can't on your own dime. Unthinkable.
Well,
Go on.
you didn't really give a solution there, though.
A solution to this?
Yeah, because
Oh, so what are we supposed to do about it, right? Is that what you? Is that?
We can't stop supporting them. Like.
Yeah. So you're saying what would my answer
Right,
be?
what would your answer be?
My answer is that we need to, if I'm being frank, we need to take things and just put them back in the hands of the people. And it starts, I know this sucks, I know people don't like it, with communities, right? The problem is that gaming has become this massive, super toxic entity. It has. It is a toxic place to be in gaming now. Everybody hates everything. Everybody wants everything to fail. And the problem is that
They hate new stuff.
they hate new things. They hate new things. Everybody hates new stuff. They hate it. It's different. A good example is Marathon, right? Marathon has received an insane amount of hate, which in my opinion, they do not deserve. And the reason why they have received so much hate, a big one that I see from people, is that it's not formulaic enough. They're saying, oh, well, we already have 10 extraction shooters. Okay, yeah, but it's not really in the same vein as, like, Tarkov, right? Like, you don't have to eat mayonnaise to sustain yourself. There's a lot of differences there. The bullet types are not nearly as complicated. It is, in my opinion, the two kings of the extraction shooter genre right now are Marathon and Tarkov. Hunt is great, but Hunt doesn't update itself nearly frequently enough to really be that relevant. But yeah, the solution is, like, for example, let's start with like award ceremonies, right? Games are no longer being recognized for their quality, in my opinion. There are amazing games that have come out that, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna say controversial shit, because apparently that's how you get viewership. But anyway, Silksong at the Game Awards won nothing. Hollow Knight Silksong, in my opinion, one of the best made games of all time.
All time.
Yeah, Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silksong,
Okay,
both like as a whole.
But you're grouping them together. I
Okay,
like Hollow
just
Knight
Silksong.
so much more than Silksong.
Clear Obscure won everything. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And here's what pisses me off. In my opinion, Clear Obscure is not, and I'm not going to go down this whole rabbit hole because I could literally scream for hours about it. But TLDR, I don't think that anything that has over $1 million in budget put into the game, and when I say budget, I mean the money spent to make the game. I don't mean the money that they had access to, because then anyone who has over $10,000 technically has a $10,000 budget to make a game. What I mean is, if they spent over $1 million to create the game, that is no longer a indie game. It's not independently developed anymore. That is a company developing that game. Well, it's not a AAA company. Then we need to isolate AAAs specifically, because calling someone with $1 million plus in a budget and hundreds of people on their team indie, it's not in the, technically it's true. Technically they are an indie developer, but in the spirit of what an indie person is, like an indie developer is, they are not following it. They do not meet the requirements of what I think they don't meet the spirit of what I think an indie developer
and they're
is.
not locked out of other awards. They're just locked out of that indie game.
Yeah.
award. Just
I do not think that they
one
should have won
award.
indie.
Yeah.
I think that their music and stuff was wonderful. I think their art direction was beautiful. I think that's fine. But the fact that they won every award,
And people said
some
that
of which they didn't deserve, is ridiculous.
Some people said a lot of people said there were a lot of good games last year. So the fact that
one
Claire
game won
Obscure
everything.
won everything is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of games where like Hades 2 is really
Yeah.
good too.
But
and some other ones that I haven't played, but people were raving about a lot of games last year.
Yeah.
I mean, at least like Steam is good. Oh yeah, our cat really wants to get in here, but I don't know.
All right, that's Clover. You're gonna hear her. She's not gonna stop.
She
She's, yeah.
never stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. She's gonna keep chewing. It's only down from here if she had her way.
She's outside the door with the AC
Yeah.
on right now. You can hear her. She is
Drone resin. Where do we get drone resin? Biomarsh Bio Research. All right, we're gonna go to Bio Research and just run to get some drone resins. Let's do it.
You can hear her over here talking.
Yeah, she's super
gotten
loud.
Really bratty lately.
She's
I feel
gotten
like-
to be a bit of a brat.
I feel like she's gotten more persistent, louder than ever before. Like, what did we do?
Yeah.
Why is she gotten so bratty now?
But no, I don't think, at the very least, I think that Silk Song should have at least won Indie Game of the Year. And here's the thing, that's my argument. There's proof that it was a beloved fan favorite, right? It crashed every store it was on. Right?
There were memes of it everywhere.
There were memes of it everywhere. It was super culturally relevant to a massive group of people. And yet Clear Obscure somehow swept in and stole everything. And I'm leading somewhere with this. Don't worry. This is the crescendo of this. So hear me out. I think that Clear Obscure was an industry plant by AAA developers. And the reason why it was raised up and it won every award is because they didn't want Silksong to win. And it was important that Silksong didn't win because Silksong was $20. It was only $20. And it set a precedent with that price tag. And they did not want a $20 game to get Game of the Year. Because it sets the idea that games should be cheap and really high quality. And they were terrified of that. So Clear Obscure didn't win but any of these awards naturally. It won simply because that if Silksong had won more awards, it would have set the idea that high quality games should not have high quality price. And that scared them. That's why there's all these Clear Obscure glazers, there's all these people online that are guarding the shit out of it. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but it didn't deserve every fucking award. Every single award, get over it. And it didn't innovate. Everybody's always complaining that these games aren't innovating. Clear Obscure didn't innovate shit.
Nobody can tell us what Clear Obscure is even about. Like,
Yeah.
They cannot say without saying like a whole essay.
They
of
have
what
to
it's
write a
about.
whole essay, basically, and the thing is, some people would say that's the mark of a well-written story. I disagree. The fact that there's nothing interesting enough that you can just give me a very brief synopsis or a very brief update on the game just goes to show that the game was really not that well fucking written. And so here's my take. So I have watched 2 full playthroughs. I have not purchased the game because I do not want to support the game. But I have watched 2 full playthroughs with no skips of the game. And in those 2 playthroughs, all of the characters' problems are so pathetic and sappy. I'm sorry. The things that happen to these characters are like a Tuesday for most people. And the fact that all of these people are like, oh, these poor babies, these poor characters, just goes to show that no one has any real conflict anymore. Nobody has any real problem anymore. It's literally. And so, the fact that these characters are heralded as these great, wrong archetype of characters, these strong characters that are fighting for... Oh, God. It's ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous. I hate it. Oh my God. I got railed because I was raging, and that guy was apparently watching me shoot the tick nest, but whatever, I don't care. We have so much loot that it doesn't matter. Yeah, Clear Obscure, in my opinion, was a huge problem, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate Clear Obscure.
I hate it for taking everything.
I hate it for taking everything. I hate it for being an industry plant that people don't realize is an industry plant, even though it's so fucking obvious that it's an industry plant. I've never seen a more obvious case of a game being used. And all right, let's say that it wasn't an industry plant. They still made sure that it won for the sole purpose of ensuring that another game, specifically Silksong, does not get the awards and set a standard. That was the entire goal. That's where I was going with that. Thank you. This has been Harris's Clear Obscure beef. And I feel like I'm a psychopath because I seem to be the only one that has any idea about it. I feel like I'm the only one that has any idea about it. It seems like nobody else has any idea what's going on. I'm not even going to take in a shield cell because I feel like it's just getting wasted. Oh, she's cute. Yeah, even if it wasn't an industry plant, they raised it up to intentionally obscure the really powerful and awesome indie games at a fraction of the price below them. Because if I'm not mistaken, Clear Obscure was $60. Right? Buy Clear Obscure. How much is it? It's $40 on G2A. It's $60. So it's $60. It is a $60 game, and I don't know anyone that has played it more than once. And I don't know anyone that's gotten hundreds upon hundreds of hours out of it either. People played it for a month and then no one ever talked about it again. Exactly. It cannot be that good of a game if no one cares about it anymore. And you know how I know? Because people are still talking about Skyrim. Skyrim still has people making content, people modding it. People are literally so obsessed with Skyrim because it's such a good game that they're making it better for free. Because it's that good. And I think that's a game worthy of the honor of Game of the Year. Something that you've played multiple times, something that has like a cult following. Literally no one gives a shit about Clear Obscure. I was in shops that sell pop culture merch, and all of the Clear Obscure shit that is piled up in those shops, no one's buying it. Because nobody wants any of it. Nobody gives a shit about Clear Obscure. Nobody fucking cares. Literally like 7 people liked it, and then the Game Awards inflated it. And now the little group of people that are obsessed with it are fighting tooth and nail to act like it's a game that was worthy of it. And it pisses me off because you can't play Clear Obscure with your friends. You can't enjoy it on multiple playthroughs, which means so here's another thing. If you watch a TV show and you watch it once through and it's never as good the second time, I think that that's a fine TV show. But it's not an amazing TV show. An amazing TV show should be so good that it literally makes no difference if you watched it once or twice. 3 times, I can start to understand that maybe it's getting a bit monotonous. Alright, cool, we just got these guys' meds. Yeah, I don't know. I think that Clear Obscure is suspicious. I don't like it. I also don't like, though, that multiplayer games never get Game of the Year, pretty much. I feel like I don't remember if Overwatch did, but I feel like multiplayer games need to get it more. Because the problem is, I feel like by not including multiplayer games, you are basically cutting down and showing that you don't care what the people are actually playing. And I think that that's problematic, because if everyone's playing and loving this game, like let's pick a game that I have no real stake in anymore. Valorant, right? Nobody fucking cares about Valorant. Nobody's played Valorant in 100 years now. And if you have, I'm sorry, what I'm about to say is gonna piss you off.
I got a cold take.
You got a cold take? Come in here. Give us your cold take.
Well, I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna go through the guys. I think Peak should have won something.
Peak should have won, yeah, Peak should have won an award. But again, Peak, how much did Peak cost? It was cheap. All of these, Call of Duty got it in 2003. See, and that Call of Duty earned it in 2003. But see, the fact that Peak didn't get anything, despite, again, everyone was playing Peak. Everyone loved Peak. In my opinion, people were talking about and playing Peak, and I saw way more people playing Peak than I ever did. Sorry, I'm listening. Oh my god, I totally heard him too. Curse you, Yosugami. Yeah, Destiny got it in 2014. Destiny 1 deserved it. If Destiny 2 ever won, I would be pissed off because it did not deserve it. I'm sorry. But D1 did. There's only 2 multiplayer games. See, that, in my opinion, is not fair. That's not reasonable. In my opinion, the 2 multiplayer games deserved, and still do deserve, to get it. Multiplayer games absolutely deserve it. And I think that the fact that they're not in the running and they're not included in a lot of these is bullshit. Halo Combat Evolved, that was so long ago. That was a different world back then. That was Halo Combat Evolved. I literally, that was one of the first games, by the way, for anyone in here, welcome. That was one of the first games I ever played. Was Halo Combat Evolved. Isn't that crazy? I know, I'm Unk. He's Unk! I am. That was one of the first games I ever played. In over 10 years, it hasn't won yet. That's bullshit. But again, it's feeding into like some sort of suspicious narrative, in my opinion. It's something about like the sustainability of all of them, or something. I don't know, but something is off. And I would love to get to the bottom of it. All right, we got a pretty juicy little kid here. You know what? Let's turn on groups. Let's turn on groups. Let's do it. Let's roll with some people. Overwatch did win in 2016. See, Overwatch deserved it. In my opinion, release Overwatch, Jeff Kaplan's Overwatch deserved it. It was super culturally relevant. Everyone that I know was playing Overwatch in 2016. Everyone I knew was playing. Like, if they had a gaming console, they were playing Overwatch. Everyone was watching Overwatch when I went to school. Everyone was, like, wearing, like, the Diva merch and stuff. Overwatch was, like, a cult phenomenon. It was insane. And I miss... The thing is, 2016, 2017 was the year before everything went to shit. Everybody agrees with that. And again, if I sound Unk, that's because I'm old enough to remember, and maybe you're not. I don't know why. It was free. Yeah, it was free, and it was incredible. It was balanced. Everyone was having fun, and every game felt great. It was so amazing. And that's why, like, this Jeff Kaplan game, like, honestly, Jeff Kaplan might be onto something. He did an amazing work on Overwatch 1, him and his team. Overwatch 1 was just something so special. Yeah, no, Overwatch 1 was really its own thing. I'll play more Overwatch on stream. I love Overwatch still, even as Overwatch 2. Just make a free game with no battle pass and cosmetic skins and the game will be perfect. I completely agree. Everything that you just said is true. Make a free game? Yes. No battle pass? Yes. Cosmetic skins? Yes. That's perfect. That is as good as it gets. And here's the thing. I don't mind buying stuff. Like I said, I play a farming game called Palia, right? It's got maybe 6,000 players. Not a big ticket game in any sense of the word. But I've spent $40 on skins and like stuff in Palia, like pets and stuff, because it's a wonderful game. It's a game that, yeah, love Palia. It has really good romance options, which is something that Stardew Valley, in my opinion, kind of doesn't have. I do like Maru, but at the same time, she's kind of simple. Whereas, like, you deal with, like, Kenyatta, or you deal with, Tamala. You know, I obviously I'm dating the girls. Or... Oh, okay. Going this way. Or, Oh, what's her name? She's literally my favorite. Subira! They added her later. Wonderful characters. Wonderful little stories. Lots of great side quests where they show a lot of their personality. They have really fun little facial expressions and stuff. Palia is a fantastic game, and I'm happy to give my money to it. As a working man that's not 18, 19, I'm happy to give my money to a game and buy cosmetics for $20. $20 to me for a skin is not too much if I like the game. But I have to like the game. The problem with Marathon, obviously, in my opinion, the reason I don't have a skin that I just purchased, by the way, is because, in my opinion, the base skins look really, really cool. They look awesome. The characters in this game look so awesome. I love the art style. I don't feel like I need a skin. But at some point I'll probably end up buying one just for the love of the game. You know? But yeah, Palia, in my opinion, if I could herald like a game that doesn't have a ton of people playing it, but I love it, Palia is definitely up there. On Showdown, I've spent over $100 on. Yeah, I love games. I'm happy to support them with my money, and I think a lot of other people are in that same boat. I think a lot of people feel that way.
Got something.
Alright, there's definitely gunfire there. Hopefully I can stay out of this turret's range. This is not an ideal place to fight for me. I don't generally like fighting here. B2 spotted someone. He's going to go for it. We don't have our ult yet, so I would prefer not to. So my ult turns fights pretty heavily in my favor.
Threats here.
Alright, let's lock in. Let's lock in.
We got trouble.
Holy shit, where did he get that? There's like a shield over his gun. Do all shields do that? Did I not know? Did shields do they make like a bubble? We're back in C3 up. That's our deal. These guys seem sneaky, like Pete. A couple of sneaky Pete's. We got like a pretty good medium scope. This thing is actually really terrible at a range. Hey.
Would you like to save an earwig?
I would love to save an earwig, but I'm in the middle of combat. Can it wait?
Yes, it is. I'll try to trap it.
Be gentle with him, please.
Drone spotted.
This'll be fun.
Ammo filter engaged.
Prepare for increased hostile action.
The shadow path.
I don't like that there's no cover. Thankfully we can move really fast.
Hope this hurts.
Joe, she's fighting a different team. Oh shit! Yeah, we got snuck on by the other guys. Okay. We're like right in the middle of everybody. No way he doesn't push this. He's not. Okay. He might be a fool. Honestly, I'm just gonna tuck right into this
Recall
corner.
window will remain stable for 20 minutes.
Uh-oh. Someone still alive? Someone's still alive. It's Assassin. My guy. If he can res me, it'll be huge. Can you get this huge res? Legger. Because if these two teams brawl, we might be able to clean up, just us two. Oh my god. Is there another team? Is there a third team? Or like a rook, maybe? Oh no, that might be the same team. Dude, what a mess. Good try, Legger. You've done well. You filled me with pride at the level of effort. We didn't do a ton there. We lit up a couple of guys like weekly, but we didn't do much other than just lose some gear. That's okay though. We have too much of it. We have a lot of gear. Now we've got some space though. I really despise. So for context, in these games like this, there's a free kit. You can buy it. It's wonderful. It works really well. I hate free kits. I hate them. I do not enjoy playing with them. I would almost always opt to not run a free kit. Okay, let me go save an earwig.
But he ran away.
Ran away where? That's menacing.
I didn't kill it.
Okay.
I came back. I came out after I asked you, and I couldn't find it anymore.
Oh. To each his own. The earwig is safe. In case anyone is concerned, I know I would be.
They bite you.
They do bite you apparently.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's new to me. Overrun AR. Yeah, we want that. Does it also go to an overrun? Cool. Let's kit out our overrun a little bit. We have some money. We have a lot of loot. Kit out. Is this not the overrun mag? Oh, right there. And then I think is it Sekaguchi that sells that? No. There's a mod. Traxxas or New Caloric? Traxxas probably. If I know Traxxas, like I think I know Traxxas. Just slightly increased damage. Yeah, how many are we allowed to buy? Is there a limit? Stock in market, yeah, there is. Okay. These are really nice, so they just increase your damage against the robot. What do? What do what? What do, huh? Husha Shuwaku. Your cat stuff? What cat stuff?
My cat emo.
Are they gone?
The ones that I'm using are still here. Or maybe these are all.
The cat that bit me? Oh, Clover?
We just fed her.
Yeah, she got fed, so she doesn't care now. She's
Oh, there it is.
solely focused on the biting. Yeah, wait, why? Hold on. What's your beef with Arc Raiders? Because I too, am not playing Arc Raiders right now. I don't want to make enemies, so I'm gonna leave it there. No, dude, I have seen people's careers get ruined by the Arc Raiders community. For context, by the way, guys, I have played 250 hours of Arc Raiders. I do like the game. I enjoyed the game, but I do not like how the Arc Raiders community has treated the Marathon community. I think that the same people should be playing both games. It's the same thing that happened in Hunt Showdown and Tarkov, where for some reason Hunt Showdown people and Tarkov people, which should be the same people, weren't playing the games. Like, for some reason they were like against each other.
What's this?
Why does he feel faster than me? Yeah, let's see what Muerte has to say about Arc.
How I feel, and the rest of your friends feel.
Yes.
Is that a robot or a sniper?
No, person.
Oh my god! It's flanking down!
Oh my god, we have no stam. We're on cooldown.
Oh man, kill him down! Oh man.
Holy shit! Oh my god! That was a beast! Lang FPS, live on Twitch. Go check out Lang FPS if you want to see a Sweatlord.
Well,
Ooh! Ooh, Shade Throne. Lang FPS. We got beef, me and Lang. Alright, let me read this out so that the YouTube crowd knows what we're talking about. So, this is Muerte, my beloved first viewer ever and biggest fan. This is his take on Arc Raiders. What happened was I wanted to play the game, but no one wants to play the game. So you tried doing solo, and everyone took it way too serious. So it's either you run in with a free kit, and you go in with good loot, and lose everything instantly, and everyone just camps everything so you can't get quests done. The camping, okay. The camping in Arc Raiders is the worst I've ever seen. It is so bad. I have never, and this is weird. A lot of people say that Arc Raiders is the friendliest group of people. In my experience, that is not true.
Stabber.
Everyone is a backstabber. I have never, so here's the weird thing about Arc Raiders. Everybody seems to really love Arc Raiders for some reason. Like, they love Arc Raiders. Oh, I love Arc Raiders so much. I have never seen a game where it's so much like talking instead of just playing the game. Like, everyone is trying to like converse with each other, and it's really weird. All right, so let's just try to do our task. Honestly, fuck it. So hack exterior data repositories in north or south relay is where we're starting with that. That's why you won't play Tarkov. Or you run into people who are obsessed with the streamers, so they only run what the streamer runs. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. Peanuts bungulators are like that. And don't get me wrong, I actually thought the bungulator thing was pretty funny at first. It was pretty funny at first. I liked it. I was like, hee hee ha ha. You know, there was like that little like thing where he had like the Urukai stuff on, and he was like calling everyone to arms, and it was fun. It was cool. I liked it. And then it kind of just kept going, and it kind of got like overplayed, in my opinion. And I promise I'm not just butthurt because they killed me, right? Like that doesn't bother me. People kill me all the time. But it wasn't funny anymore. It's like when the 6-7 started out as something that I thought was actually pretty funny. You know what I mean? Like the whole like 6-7, what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. It's literally just rage bait, right? 6-7 is just rage bait. And it was funny at first. I was like, oh, it's just rage bait. It's stupid, you know? And then it kept going. And I was like, why the fuck is this still a thing? It's not funny. Like, it was kind of funny. It was funny. Like, at the start, I was a 6-7 fan. Like, I thought it was kind of funny. And then it was just like, can we stop? Like, it's not... And now every time somebody says it, it's just kind of cringy. And I know that I'm like unk or whatever, so I don't really know what's cool or whatever. Fuck off. But it started out so good. And it just kind of went downhill from there. Tarkov, if you don't play 12 hours on the first day, you're already behind, so it's not even worth playing because everyone is camping all the quest spots over the week. Yes. Tarkov, but I will say this about Tarkov. In Tarkov, there is a bolt-action shotgun in Tarkov called the Taz. It can have, if you have a small mag, it has 4 shots, and if you have a big mag, it has 6 or 8. You can finish the early quests, at least I was successful in finishing the early quests, using just the Taz. Alright, let's take a look at our quests. Hack the exterior data repositories in north or south relay. Let's go to whichever one we're on the wall side of. South relay. Okay. South relay I usually end up dying at, but I mean, we have a scout rifle, so we're probably going to lose gunfights anyway. Let's just do it. Yeah, no, the camping in Tarkov is really horrendous. You've got to, like... I hate to say it, Tarkov takes too much... I hate to say it because I do love Tarkov. I enjoyed Tarkov immensely. I played a lot of Tarkov, right? There comes a point where you are competing against people that have been playing Tarkov forever. And there's nothing you can do against some loser, I mean, frankly, some asshole, that has been playing the game for 400 trillion hours. It's the same thing, I actually have the same issue with Rust. I love Rust and I love Tarkov, and I also know life games, right? Like I've played like 60 hours of marathon since release. I play a lot of games. I like playing a lot of games. I like dedicating myself to games. But the problem is when you have people that are like that, you can't let them fight noobs. Because if you let noobs fight people that are like that, the noobs are not having any fucking fun. And here's the problem, and the reason why they do let you fight noobs a lot of the time, is if they let you fight noobs, and noobs don't have any fun, it's okay, and by their logic. Sorry, I'm locking in here. Yeah, let's lock in. Let's do our task.
and then we'll yap between. We'll yap between. Don't worry. If I'm not mistaken, one of them is over here, and then the other one's on the light blue, the dark blue thingy on the other side. If I'm not mistaken. But so far, Marathon is, in my opinion, wonderful. I think that it's incredibly fun.
I think what it is. Okay, this is he's somebody that played a lot, right? And he had good shit all the time. Okay, I'm the total opposite. So here's from my point of view. I came in late, like
To what?
to the game part.
Arc Raiders. Okay, she's talking about Arc Raiders.
Yeah. So, I came to Arc Raiders late, and it is unplayable if you're a noob. The free kit they gave you is dog shit, but you don't have anything if you're a noob, you know? But it's like so bad, you have no chance against anybody who has played this game before you, who has better stuff than you. But in Marathon, I feel like their free kits
Are still very usable.
like their guns are still very good. Like, you can still win a fight, you know, if you didn't get ambushed, obviously, because of, you know. But if you ambush them first, you have a good chance of winning.
Yeah, this guy, as far as I can tell, was not running any fancy kit. There's another guy there over there.
It
as
does
well.
not feel like you're completely out of the game, even though you're new.
Yeah.
And for me, maybe like I don't know, a few months later, this game's gonna be just like that. But
Yeah.
in Ark, I felt like there's nothing I can do. I don't know the good spots to sit and camp. I don't have the gear, nor the shield, the defense for it.
To keep up for it.
There's
Okay.
nothing that I could have done to win anything.
Yeah, I have a pivot off this a little bit. So, or a spin back.
Over a week.
So Nick mentioned the shield thing. This is my complaint about Apex.
Oh,
I do
it
not
was
like
bad.
high kill time games. If it takes a long time, and the only game I've ever enjoyed that was high kill time was Halo. And I don't know what the difference between Halo and those other games is, but there is a difference. Because I enjoyed Halo. Apex and Ark, it constantly feels like everyone has a better shield than you, and just by having a slight advantage in shield size, they become an unkillable monstrosity. In this game, I've killed so many people with blue shields when I had no shields, or even with free kits. Mostly because, right, the knife takes very little to kill people in Marathon. So you can beat almost anyone of any shield color, maybe not purple. Maybe not purple. I don't know about that one. But blue or below, like blue, green, whatever variation, if you have a knife. And having that powerful knife, I think, is what sets you apart. Whereas, like, you know, in Arc Raiders, there's no melee that you're gonna kill people with. No. But on top of that,
Yeah, and when you get shot, you're slowed as fuck.
here's a problem. Arc Raiders doesn't have a wipe. Now, for those of you who don't play like extraction shooters like Tarkov and Marathon are going. So Marathon hasn't had one yet, but Tarkov have a wipe, right? Everyone's gear gets taken away. And the reason that that's necessary, and a lot of people get really mad about that. They're like, I don't like that. I don't like that my gear's getting taken away. And they cry, and they cry, they cry. Wah, 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 wah. The reason they do that is because if they didn't, right? People like me that have nothing better to do with their time and sit on this video game 24/7, 7 days a week, which I have been doing, will destroy every single new player ever. The new player won't stand a chance. And that's not fun. It's fun for me. Of course it is, because I murder everybody under the sun. But it's not fun for them. It's not fun to be a new player walking into a game like this and getting absolutely railed by some dude that has nothing better to do with his time. And so you have to prevent people like me from getting too far ahead. You have to make an equalizer. And so when I got all my friends into Tarkov. I was the first Tarkov guy in my group, right? I got them in because every time there was a wipe, I would say, hey, it's going to wipe. It's really fun for like the first couple of months of the wipe, and then it kind of gets boring because everybody has good stuff and you can't really play anymore without fighting, unless you have good stuff as well. And so, you know, I tried to tell them about it. I tried to like rope them in. I hate this gun, by the way. This is like my least favorite gun in the game, this semi-automatic thing, but that's what the free kits are today. I generally don't run free kits, but, you know, I gotta save something. But yeah, wipes are necessary. And here's where I'm leading with this. Arc Raiders does not have a wipe. There's no wipe in Arc Raiders. No, there's a wipe. There's a wipe. No, it's optional. There's no forced wipe in Arc Raiders, which means there is never a point where people become equalized. And in my opinion, that's a problem. That's why I feel like there should be a buffer where you get less players in the first couple of raids. I agree with that. And Hunt Showdown does that. And does a really good job of keeping everybody viably in the game. So just listening to you. But I agree, there should be a buffer. Completely agree with that, Morte. Goated take. Goated take, my king. We're not here for loot, we're just here to finish the quest. Oh my god. Apparently people are just standing on these rooftops with LMGs at this exact spot. And lets you play a map with level 1 through 20 players until you get to 30 plus. Yeah, see, like, I agree with that. There was also, so there was a game, and a lot of people didn't play this game, so they probably don't know about it. You're going to see me die a lot doing this quest, by the way, because I'm not taking in fat gear, but it is what it is. So just enjoy. Listen to me while I'm talking while I run this and suicide run, basically. Anyway, there was a game called The Cycle. This game is very similar to The Cycle. Now, if you've played extraction shooters, you've played The Cycle. If you're like an extraction shooter guy. And if you didn't play The Cycle, you're not as much of an extraction shooter guy as you thought. I don't know what to tell you. Because it was awesome. It was really fun. But there was a problem with it. It had, as far as I could tell, 0 matchmaking. And the hacking was also really bad later on, but for the first, like, couple of days, like, the first, I want to say, like, month, it was actually playable. Until the hacking kind of ruined it. It had no matchmaking. And so, every time I got one of my friends to play with me, which is ultimately what I think most, if not everybody, does, when I got my friends to play with me, I was like, yeah, my friends are playing with me. They got murdered by people with, like, purple guns, which is a high rarity gun. Like, a gun 3 times as rare as anything we were running. Our guns were these pathetic little crappy shotguns that were mostly just useful in the sense that they could kill the most basic of enemies. It was not powerful, but it was what we had. And we were fighting people with miniguns, basically. Basically a minigun. What are you supposed to do? I don't know. And, you know, that game is dead because of that. Among the hacker problem really just being the worst one. They just could not get over the anti-cheat. I don't know why they never used easy. And here's the thing. I played The Cycle twice. The Cycle released twice. And I played it both times, and I loved it both times. I got really high level. I upgraded a faction called Osiris, which was really cool. But my favorite was actually Korolev, but I ended up doing Osiris because they always ended up having... Like, I liked Korolev vibe-wise, but Osiris had the gear that I needed. So in the first... Oh god, I'm dead. Am I not dead? I'm listening. I'm trying to not get massacred by a light machine gun here. Okay. But yeah, I don't like that Marathon's getting so much hate because honestly, it's the first one in a long time that to me has really hit the spot. It's a new game. It's got a really bright, interesting color palette, and people who don't like the color palette, I'm sorry, you're kind of part of the problem, because that's how you're gonna get like every copy paste milsim that looks exactly the same as the last 5. The only way you're gonna get different, better games is if you allow different, more unique art styles. And if it's not your thing, that's fine. But say it's not my vibe. Don't say it's bad. You know what I mean? Because I love it. I love the color vomit, the like weird melted crayon, super vivid, hyper corporate thing they got going on. Is, in my opinion, oh my god, there's so many bugs. I do not have the gumption to fight them. Oh, someone's already come this way. That's concerning. But yeah, I love the vibe of Marathon. I think it's a terribly fun game. And I'm hoping that people will get over the anger. I know that some people are angry because they used to be Destiny people. I too am angry. About Destiny, or its death, really. But, you know, what are you going to do? You can just be like an angry piece of shit your whole life, or are you just going to enjoy games and get over it? I don't know what to tell you. That's the best that I can offer. Okay, I don't see anybody. Watch, they're going to come out of the woodwork and massacre us here in 2 seconds flat, but I don't know, maybe we can do... This task is going to be a bitch. It's going to be tricky one way or another. We got to download AI maintenance protocol on the 2nd floor of the hauler. Oh, God. Hauler is a horrible hot zone for anyone who doesn't play Marathon. There's always a trillion people there with better gear than you. I don't know why, because it's I think it's the unique source of like a couple of upgrade materials that people kind of need in the mid game. All right, you know what? We're just gonna go for it. Double check. Turret's still there.
Remaining.
Alright, now we gotta find the stairs. I think they're over here. No? No? That goes down. I was pretty sure... Oh, right here. We gotta sneak in here. Next, we gotta download this data. And then we gotta get out with the data. It's 3:30 a.m. Hey, you know what, Muerte? You always show up and I always appreciate it. Thanks, King. You have yourself a good sleep, my man. You have yourself a good old sleepy weepy. I'm going to extract. You don't know if you will with everything that happened? Oh, with the lady? With the gal? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That's unfortunate. I don't even really know what to say about that, man. That's brutal. All I can say is that I promise things get better. They do.
Good night.
Yo.
You know mozzarella sticks has beef sauce, right?
Yeah.
Do you want it? Do you think we should keep it for some reason?
You know, let me try it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to sample some sauce. I think it would be really tasty. For context, my girlfriend's making mozzarella sticks with her sister, and I think they'll be rather delicious. Very exciting. Okay. Honestly, I think I'm actually probably, I'm probably gonna call my stream there. I've done a little streamy stream. I'm kind of running out of steam. I don't think I can keep entertaining you. I think that's good. Thank you for watching me today. I'll be streaming later. Thank you.